Thank you for attending this meeting. I just wanted to show you a quick synopsis on how to get into BloomLink Express once you sign in. And this is going to show you how to accept and reject orders, as well as set the reminder on your desktop. So at the home bar there at the very bottom here, so it shows up down here.
Appreciate it, Raven. Alrighty, so this is a dashboard. And to better understand the system, we have to understand what the dashboard looks like and what it is. So you've got these little boxes right here. We call it buckets. Buckets because they will hold your orders. So as soon as you receive an order, you will eventually have a little window pop up, and I'll go ahead and trigger an order in a minute. And when that order pops up, this bucket will upgrade or update the number from 0 to 1. Basically, the system is telling you, hey, you've got a pending order that you need to accept. On the to-do, you have your orders that you have accepted as of right now. Then you got your ready, which basically these are the orders that are already marked as done. Once you accept the order, and we'll go through the process, just explain in the dashboard. As you go through the process, you will have to make the order and mark it as ready, because this is the part where Uber, DoorDash will be triggered to stop by the store and pick up the arrangement. Your out for delivery will hold all the orders that are currently being delivered at this moment. And then you got your orders that have been delivered or the orders that have been canceled by the service provider. So as soon as the driver picks it up, there's really not much the shop needs to do or worry about it, because they will automatically send a delivery confirmation on behalf of the shop. Up on the right-hand corner, you got a little bit of information, just who's logged in. So since I log in as an administrator, you see BMS admin, but you will eventually see the name of the person in here. So whoever registers, you will see the name in here. All pages, most of the pages, I gotta say, will have these two buttons right here, accept or reject. Now, this accept will change depending on the status of we are. But most of the pages will have the reject button. The reject button will basically do that, reject the order. You do have a support link up on the top. This is mostly right now just for tech support. If the shop have any problems, they click on it, and it's gonna take them to the Go to Assist page where we can log in into their page and assist them with any issue. And this dashboard button basically takes you to this dashboard. So if you're on this page, you can click on dashboard, it takes you back to your home page. You will be able to filter any of the boxes, whatever you are, by the delivery platform. You can select Uber, DoorDash, you can select whichever other platforms we integrate in the future. So let me go ahead and trigger an order real fast, so that way we can get it up and running and show you guys what it looks like. So let's see, P2P4. In any time, all right? Oh, wait a minute.
Sure. May I ask you a question? Program date kind of.
Delivery platform will basically filter the page depending on the Uber order. Then too, as a matter of fact.
This may be further constantly checked.
Click a ringing, the shop, depending on the hardware, if they have speakers connected to the hardware, they will also hear a ringing, a ringing. It's a pretty loud ringing, so it rings. So the shop has a notification, kind of like a notification sound, and that's how the shop is alerted. Well, the team is looking into see what to send in me one of those orders into my system. I can go ahead and continue to review the system, and we'll just come back, right? But again, the shop receives an order, a window pops up right in the middle, it tells you, hey, you have a new order, click and review. At the same time, depending on the hardware of the shop will receive a ringing noise, a notification, and that's basically their cue that they received an order. Now, when an order is received, the shop has about 10 minutes to accept the order. Like I said, the team is looking into it. Hopefully I can get one order in here. But you will be able to see where it says accepted by, you will have a timer that will go down. And this timer will basically go down all the way from 10 minutes to 0. If it goes to 0 and the shop does not accept the order, the system will automatically accept the order for them. But at any given point, the shop will be able to still reject the order at any given point. So again, if the order is received and the order automatically accepted by the system, it moves from pending to do. And from here, the shop can still reject the order if they didn't had enough time to reject it or see it, which of course, most shops, they're gonna do the order, which that's what we've seen in the past couple of experiences and instances with the shop. But once the order is accepted, the shop will have about another 10 minutes for them to mark the order as ready. So they have about 10 minutes to fix the arrangement. Now, these items are very, very simple. The shop can locate the arrangement catalog or the DRG under utilities, and there will be the DRG for BloomLink Express orders. It's about 5 to 7 arrangements, something of that sort. And they're very simple arrangements with day-to-day flowers that the shop should have available. Nothing too extreme, no orchids, nothing like that. Just regular carnations, pom-poms, and roses, whatnot. Once the shop marks the order as ready, then it moves over to the Ready tab. At this point, that's when the DoorDash or Uber driver will be called to come and pick up the arrangement. So since we have a couple of orders in here, we can see that it can be filtered by Uber, DoorDash. Walmart is not going to be part of this express part as far as I know, but this is only for testing purposes. So you will only see Uber and DoorDash. So you can filter by Uber and it shows you only Uber orders. You can filter by DoorDash and it gives you only DoorDash orders in here. From here, like I said, the shop doesn't have to do anything about it. They just wait until the driver comes and picks it up. Once the driver comes in, they will automatically mark the order as out for delivery. The shop doesn't have to do anything at this point. Everything is at the hands of the driver. So let's say this order is grabbed by the driver on their phone. They will mark it as out for delivery, and it moves the order from here to out for delivery. And again, it's just a waiting game here, waiting until the driver actually marks the order as delivered. I'm still waiting. Like I said, hopefully we can get the order crossover, but in the meantime, I can show you what the order looks like. The order can be open at any of the pages. You can be on the pending, to do, ready. As long as you click on the order ID, you will be able to open up the order. You have a little bit of information in here, basically giving you the order number, giving you the status. So this order is on the ready for pickup. If it was pending, it will say pending. If it was on the to do, it will say to do, and so on and so on. You got a little bit of order history in here, which is just basically back and forth messages between the shop and the order. Now, I gotta mention, you cannot send messages on these orders from the Express application. But this order history is more like the messages that we got from Uber. Like in this case is the order status. We got messages in here too, which are gonna be here, for example, the order was received, then the shop acknowledged the order, then the shop changed it to the to-do, and so on, according to the messages and actions on this specific order. You'll have the merchandise. You will also have the information of the merchandise. Again, this is our test order, so it's very simple, but you will actually see the regular description of the arrangement like you normally see on BloomLink orders. And you have a very brief information on the order. So you got the delivery date, the name of the customer, the delivery date, basically the Uber ID or the DoorDash ID, depending on the the service provider. This is very important to know because if they encounter any issues, the shop will need to reach out either to Uber on DoorDash, and they will need to provide this ID. Now, it's very peculiar information cases where the shop will have to reach out to Uber or DoorDash. We'll probably cover that at a later time, but in case they ever need to and they are requiring them to provide an order ID, this is it. It's not going to be the order number, but it's going to be the order ID under either Uber or the driver, DoorDash order ID. At the same time, you can click on printing here. You'll be able to see basically a printout. If the shop really requires a printout, they're more than welcome to print it if they need to. Although these orders do not have a card message, they don't have anything. Printing an order is just probably going to be for paperwork or identifying the order. But these orders are not supposed to print out. And I'll go over that in a little later. But in the event that the shop needs to print out the order, they can click on the print button. Basically, it does a print screen of the screen. Alrighty, and that's basically it. I'm still having a little bit of problems using the Express Station to submit an order. I really wish I could send one. Let me.
So, Inigo, maybe ping Sonu in the background if you haven't already done that. And while we're doing that, I have one point of clarification for the team, right? So, and it's really around that ready for